with Inter. But it's the reigning champions AC Milan who kick off our action with Gary Bloom reports on last weekend's match with Cagliari.
Milan may remember that the last team to beat them were Bari, at the time hardly one of Serie A's leading lights. Milan are without the midfield creativity of Frank Rijkaard for this game. He's injured, as is Marco van Basten. So number 8, Zvonimir Boban, replaces Rijkaard, while Jean-Pierre Papin, the European Footballer of the Year for 1991, is in for Van Basten, European Footballer of the Year in 92. Cagliari have never recovered from selling goal poacher supreme Daniel Fonseca, but there are two other Uruguayans in the side, number 9 Enzo Francescoli and number 8 Jose Herrera. Gianfranco Mattioli is the last Cagliari player to score a goal of any consequence against Milan when the teams drew 1-1 a couple of seasons back. Milan then get us underway. They've only dropped 3 points this season. All of them have been here at the San Siro Stadium. Milan, remember, have an 8-point lead at the top in Serie A. Baresi, who was sent off last week in Rome. Milan on course for their 3rd European Cup success in 5 years. That the other major ambition of the team later this season. Some are already saying the Italian Championship is as good as over. Certainly Milan won't be hurried into doing anything rash in this game. They will always feel they have an opportunity to beat Cagliari, who haven't won a league game since the start of December. The job of coach is a precarious business in Italy, but Fabio Capello seems to have mastered it. Cagliari, for the record, failed to win their opening 4 matches of the season. Things have improved slightly for them since then. They know they face a mighty task to try and keep Milan out in this game. Needed a touch on the back post. Boban struck it fiercely, and the referee indicates it took a deflection. Mattioli. Mattioli again. Oliveira calling for the ball. Good cross too, headed away by Baresi. Caicedo had that effort on goal. I'll be charitable to Rossi and say he had it covered. But in fairness, this is the closest Cagliari have come to a goal in the game. Albertini. 7 is Lentini, trying to get away from Herrera. This is Baresi. Plenty of red and black shirts now inside the Cagliari half of the field. And as you'd expect from such an expensively assembled model, Milan are equipped with overdrive, and you'd expect them to slip up a gear very shortly in their attempt to find the opening goal. Milan's 5th corner, Cagliari yet to win one. Maldini! Cagliari finding it very, very hard to pick up these Milan players who are making late runs into their penalty area. And this was a case in point because Maldini was virtually unmarked as he stole in there for the header. Maldini giving the right flank of the Cagliari team a real roasting. Papin slid off the head of Simone. Maldini again. Hullitz! Terrific strike! And scooped away by Mario Yelpo in the Cagliari goal. Hullit gets a terrific percentage of his shots on goal on target. Fabio Capello just wondering whether he's got the right combination on the field now to find this opening goal. That was a lovely flick on by Lentini. Donadoni to take the corner for Milan. There's Papin inside the 6-yard box. Hullet waiting expectantly too. Tassotti's positioned himself on the edge of the Cagliari penalty area. Maldini, Hullet! Straight into the midriff of Yelpo and smuggled away by Cagliari. Now Maldini's header was the key to this move. Papin was wanting to get on the ball, but Hullet got there ahead of him. Donadoni's really given Milan some width in this second half. That's a great pass. Hullet! Oh, that's splendid! Exquisite skill by the Dutchman. And it almost paved the way for Milan's first goal. That was the first touch. The second touch turned the defender. The third was just wide. Now, surely there was some pushing on the edge of the penalty area, and Milan will have this free kick. Napoli, the player who's been penalised, and he can argue all he likes. Boban is getting himself ready to crack this one in on the Cagliari goal. All 11 Cagliari players back inside their own penalty area to defend this free kick. Still Milan 0, Cagliari 0. Boban! Oh, Yelpo really is one of Serie A's most consistent goalkeepers. That horizontal save to keep out the free kick from Boban to keep the scores blank. Hullet with a corner. Papin. No foul. Donadoni. Penalty. Bissoli made contact with him. And incredibly, since Cagliari's return to Serie A, Milan have been awarded penalties in 3 matches now between these two clubs. Usually Van Basten has taken these penalty kicks for Milan in the last couple of seasons, but in Van Basten's absence, Jean-Pierre Papin lines himself up for a most important spot kick. Francescoli just telling Yelpo where he thinks Papin is going to place this ball. Francescoli used to play with Papin at Marseille. Still 0-0. Papin! Oh, the goalkeeper almost got there. It was a well-struck penalty, but Yelpo got his hand to the ball, but couldn't keep it out. Cagliari just seem a little deflated after conceding that goal to Milan from the penalty spot. Napoli. Francescoli, that's a lovely turn. And that one of the few rare saves Rossi's had to make in this match. Rossi really one of Serie A's tallest goalkeepers, and he unfolded his giant frame to get down to that one. Papin trying to get away from Festa. Boban fouled by a mixture of Herrera and I think number 4 Bissoli. Boban has already shown what he can do with these free kicks. Albertini standing alongside him. Tassotti to his right. Papin hovering menacingly on the back post. In fact, he's taken up a Position now just about on the penalty spot. Hullet has moved to that back post position. Hullet now. Real muscular header there by Ruud Hullet. Only he could have directed it back across the face of goal. Papin was loitering. Milan going through their well-oiled motions now. Having said that, Arania giving the ball away, but not for long. Milan soon have it back. Boban. Terrific combination between Hullet and Boban. It's going to be difficult to leave Boban out of the team once Rijkaard is fit once again. But that is the problem that Fabio Capello has with a number of players. It's a pleasant problem as well, no doubt. Bissoli, the Cagliari player who gave away the penalty. Francescoli now. This looks promising. Bissoli, Francescoli! Struck the wrong side of the upright. I think he was trying to screw the ball back through a ruck of players. Maybe not, maybe that was the intended outcome of that raid. Donadoni Papin has made space ahead of Hullet here. 15 is Aranio. Hullet! That is an excellent save by Jelpo. Quite rightly, Hullet applauds the save by the goalkeeper. It's his fourth attempt on goal. And as yet to beat Jelpo and give Milan another goal. Aranio. Papin. Jelpo saves with his knees this time. Jelpo has arguably been Cagliari's outstanding player over the 90 minutes. Or should that be 91 now? It's 50 up now, 50 games unbeaten in Serie A. This victory secured by a penalty, scored by Jean-Pierre Papin.
All the rest of the Serie A goals to come, but first, James Richardson.